Music Production.
What is poppin'? Alright guys, so we're gonna get started here. I'm gonna go over these crypto stocks. It's been a while. I figured I'd wait till I figured a market bottom was closer than to keep posting weekly videos on these stocks that are just getting smashed, right? So there was a pretty decent opportunity when we hit that big bottom back in July, right? And then a bunch of them rallied, a bunch of these crypto stocks rallied. But I want to go over these because I think we're heading pretty close to some sort of a Bitcoin market bottom, I think. So I think it's appropriate now to get back into these videos. So we're going to start with Glxy, right? We were up this high. We had a significant drawdown. I really that doesn't mean anything to me because it's still an absolutely beautiful trending stock, right? You have to keep that in mind, and this is what everyone's gonna look past this. No one's really gonna look at the chart. They're just gonna look, oh, it's down 90%. Why would you want to invest in a stock that got destroyed? This is most basic thinking, people, but like if you understand the saving technology behind Bitcoin and you believe that in the next 5 years there's going to be an increase in the demand of people using Bitcoin, that means if you understand like the limited supply and the technology of Bitcoin, it's number go up technology in that sense, where as long as the demand and interest in Bitcoin increases and people using it more increases, then the number will go higher, which will cause all these names that we're about to go through to probably have some sort of increase in price, especially this one, because here on Glxy, they're, I believe, the second largest company that has exposure to Bitcoin. So they hold 16,000 Bitcoin, which is the second largest amount, second to MicroStrategy. They have a lot more. But here, if you're looking at it in the log chart, the trend is still very basic. Like we can even draw it out here. So we'll start off at the low, right? And then we're going to have a high right up here. Sorry about that. So we're going to have a high up here. And now we need to look for a higher low, right? This is a yearly trend. So this is going from March 2020 to April 2021 to July 2022, right? 2023, do I think it's going to be up here? I'm not saying it's going to be up there, but what we need to look for in this next, right? So here's our higher low, right? It's coming in right now. Whether it was in July and right now we're creating a higher low in here to create that small little uptrend like this, could be happening. But if we do go lower and come closer to this 444 range again, or maybe even $2 or $3, this is where the higher low is going to be. And it's going to be during this period of time here, which leads into like late February, right? So we can maybe stretch that out if you want. You could push it, whatever. April, doesn't matter. That's my idea right here, is that this is going to be our higher low. So what happens after a higher low is there's going to be a higher high at some point. Now, I won't put it astronomically higher, but you get my point, right? It's going to be somewhere around this range, maybe $100 in my opinion. So I'll have something like this drawn out where there's the $100 mark, there's our higher high. That could be 2024, right? Who knows when that's going to be? But I'm thinking that this area, right, this is where we're going to want to be buying. Look at this trend. This is going to be so overlooked. There's going to be people who think this is an idiotic trade. This is an idiotic investment, but they don't understand those basic fundamentals and the opportunity that could be here, right? So this is my favorite out of the bunch, and it's the one that I'm going to be dollar cost averaging and have been dollar cost averaging for a long period of time now. So that's Glxy. That is the broader picture of what I'm looking for. Here we have Defi. This one got hit. We got a massive drawdown again, just like all of these will have. But look at this here, right? We have the weekly hammer or doji, and then there's another weekly hammer. Is that indicating that there's going to be some sort of a bottom? It's not a guarantee, but right here is a noticeable, you know, point in the chart where we had a massive bottom, huge decrease, come to this point, rally, huge decrease, come to that point. Are we going to get a slow rally coming up? It's at 26 cents. It's not a bad play. It is a penny stock though, so the risk is indeed a lot higher than it would be of Glxy, in my opinion. So here we go. We have Hive. Again, this is another one I think is similar to Glxy in terms of the chart and both the upside potential. I think there's big upside here on Hive. It's one of the first publicly listed Bitcoin mining companies, right? And it's clean energy. You have to, these companies are going to shine in the next bull run when it comes to mining and things like that. These are the companies that are listed on the stock market that are actually going to get play. So very, very similar to Glxy on the chart. We could come a little bit lower, maybe reach that 269 range, right? Because we have a bunch of resistance around here, right in that zone. So if we look at this is what I'm looking at. We had a triangle here. We might want to come back into that zone, right? Just to come back into this range here, just to make sure and test that that's our support. Again, anywhere in here would be good as a buy, in my opinion, for a long-term play on Hive. I wouldn't really sleep on it. We have Hut here. Hut mining. Now, again, a lot of these charts are the same. I'd be playing all these Hut or Hive and Glxy. Those three charts, they look very similar. I'd be paying attention to these levels on them, right? Like, do they come back? Are you going to come back and visit this range down here, right? Hut at $1.69 when it went up to, what was it, 18? It went up to 20. There's crazy opportunity here. Like, don't sleep on these. We have Mara. Let's delete a bunch of this stuff out of the way. So with Mara here, 1, 2, 3, could be, you know, we have that big volume coming in at the bottom. This is one of the only charts I really like that really highlights the volume well, right? If we look here, comes to this bottom here, massive volume come in. Now, sure, there was selling, and I'm sure there's people taking gains from that trade, but I also guarantee you that there's a bunch of people in here, right, at that level, who come in thinking this is going to be my long-term buy on Mara. So maybe a double bottom would be nice to see. Get a W pattern in there. We got Coinbase. This trend line's been holding since that bottom in May there. So I just keep an eye on this. Do we break below? And if we do come towards that double bottom area, I'd probably look for a buy, because I do think, again, a lot of these reasons why I'm thinking, oh, you know, it might be a buy around this area. I'm leaning towards it being more of a buy here. The reason for that is because, well, one, massive drawdown. It's been a year pretty much of us drawing down, just about. And I'm starting to think that BTC is entering that bottom zone, right? Where, you know, it's going to be meant to be gathering BTC and all these names at these low levels. But now we have tokens.com. This one just keeps on getting. There's going to be some sort of liquidation event, in my opinion, here. Some sort of cascade of selling leading us to all-time lows. And then it'll be worth buying. Wndr, this box. We watching the box. Right? Look at this zone. This is the one with Kevin O'Leary and other investors in it. I'd keep an eye out for it. WonderFi might be one of the only ways the average investor can invest into crypto, right? It might be like one of the first crypto banks. So it's a good look. This one's slowly creeping up to becoming a lot more interesting to me, right? So again, over here, it was interesting when I heard about Kevin O'Leary, Sam Bankman-Fried, all these investors. But down around here, when we're down, let's see how high we were. Right, we're down like 80%. Looks like we could be accumulating down here at this range. We could see an explosion coming out of this zone. And look at that. Just even coming up to $1.45 is a 200% trade. don't sleep on Wndr, man. Just because it's late in the video and there's probably like one person watching, this could be that gem, right? We'll be moving this up higher in the ranks because I really do like Wndr, and I think the opportunity here is massive. Bit farms, again, very similar. We're double bottoming though, so it does look like we might come back. I'd come back to this far here on this name. If we come back to 27 cents, that would be where I'd want to buy. SI, Silvergate Capital. A lot of these drawings, just I was at 11 drawings on here. That's what I'm watching, right? This major trend line is holding us back. This is on the weekly time frame as well. Keep that in mind. You could also could look at it as a channel or a potential triangle coming in here like that, like a descending triangle potentially on the weekly time frame. So let's see what happens. We'll watch that. I'll leave that on there. And we want to see if we come lower and we touch that trend line, that's the buy right around here if it comes and touches this trend line. But that's SI there. We have CLSK, that's a clean spark. Ooh. Again, with the triangle, right? These names are just getting dummied and they're coiling up lower and lower and lower and lower. Again, big volume, right? We want to see this. If we get some sort of weekly breakout here and we see big volume, that could be indicating here, right? There's a few different trade ideas here on this video. And here, last one, we have Immutable Holdings. I think this is another one Kevin O'Leary's in. Was as high as 5.30 and now it's at 50 cents. I'm pretty sure that's a 10x opportunity. Crazy, man. Like it's September 26th, 2022. I wonder, man, like will I be looking back at this video and thinking, dude, you should have put like a bunch of money in some of these names. Right now, I'm really eyeing, I have money in Glxy, but I'm really eyeing adding to, you know, the Wndrs and the Hives. Maybe Hut, but the main three I'm watching here are, we have Glxy, Hive, and Wndrfi. That's the breakdown. Peace.